first tab up here at the top is called Design, is where we find all for global settings. So for this video, let's dive in here and take a closer look at what we have cooking. Global settings for your site are a collection of settings which determines default settings for your site, default styling, sizing, layout, all of which applies site-wide and can save you a bunch of time at the end of the day by preventing you having to make the styling configurations multiple times. Now let's click into global text. Here you can find global settings for all of your paragraph text, then followed by H1 or header ones, and scrolling down you have H2, H3, 4, 5, and so on. All text on your site are classified as either paragraph or header text. So it depends on how featured or prominent the text sits on your page. Now, header text contributes to site SEO, so it's really important to take some time and look into this accordingly. For each classification, you can do the font size, color format, direction, and also hyperlink format. We have more options right here. Click on that. We have font weight and line height as well. Now this is really helpful if you're working with one of our templates as your starting blocks, and you may want to keep the site structured, but you can also use the global settings to change the appearance or tone of the site to match the vibe or industry that you're tapping into. And a change you make will apply to all text with matching class text, with the exception to any individual edit that you make, as you can see here at the top. So read this carefully and this will help you along. So be careful. Although you configure things here on the panel, it doesn't mean that you cannot make changes on the page in itself. You can. So these settings on the page will take precedence. Let's go back. Let's go on buttons. Same concept as applies here. You can pick the default button shape. So you can go over here and see all these options, followed by setting styles and options to edit the button. So you can border, background color, hover, rounded colors, and so on. And the button text right here, you can change all the options to the text. So you have a font, etc. Global design, we have images, similar setup. You can have a default layout style. So you have this right there with the border, corner, and shadows. Next, we have rows. And this is handy if you plan to add a lot of content to a pre-existing template. You can configure the default background color, all the default settings of the row itself and the column inside, so everything matches up. A few more. Let's go into site background. Here you have background for all images, for all site pages, so you can edit all the backgrounds for all the pages, and you can also assign it to specific pages. So anytime you view a page that has a background image that's stagnant or is not scrolling, that's visible in a row, it's actually a page background setting that's been added in, visible via a transparent button right here. So this is where you change it. So let's go to site layout. This is a master hub of where you can switch around the layout structure on 3 devices and where the menus are located. So you can see top level, side level, navigation on the left, which is slides, and then you have the tablet view and the mobile view. So you can play around because you can see the automatic backup that's created.